Hello everyone. Tonight we're going to be doing some more Talisman Digital Edition during the After the End series. So since we finished the run with just Cataclysm in the base game last time, it's time to add in the first of the digital exclusive expansions, which is the Realm of Souls. Well, let's jump right into it. First, let me double check to make sure that. Okay, there haven't been any updates. He said that to change, reset our reset our house rules. Right, so got the Scavenger, the Minstrel, and the Ghoul. Let's see what the Scavenger does. When you begin the game, place the top 5 cards of the Remnant deck into the Adventure discard pile. You may carry any number of objects. You may treat all objects as if they had an encounter number of 1. And at the end of your turn, you may stash one of your objects by placing it on this card. If you lose an attack, the victim cannot take the object in your stash. Similarly, it cannot be taken by any character's special ability or spell. You may only have one object in your stash at a time. Whenever you roll 1 for your move, you may scavenge instead of moving. If you choose scavenge, take the top object in the Adventure discard pile, and end your turn. Okay, looks to be pretty interesting. Let's go with that one, especially since it's a different character that we haven't seen before. We've got Salvage. That's the only thing, and that's the only object starting in the Adventure discard pile. And here's a couple new faces. The Barbarian. You begin the game with a greatsword from the purchase deck. You cannot have or gain spells. Spells cannot affect you except for the command spell. If you are defeated in psychic combat and just lost a life, you may roll and die. If you roll 4, 5, or 6, your magic resistance protected you and you did not lose that life, though you still lost the psychic combat. When you visit the crags, you may heal 1 life or replenish 1 fate instead of rolling the die. Interesting. And Spectre Collector is from the new expansion we're adding in with this session. If you move into a space that contains 1 or more face-up spirits or veil cards, you may end or move there and encounter the spirits and veil cards instead of moving the full distance as indicated by the die roll. Each spirit trophy you have adds 1 to your attack roll in psychic combat against spirits. You may take 1 spirit trophy of your choice from a character that you land on. Right. Got 1 to start with. So fields or plains. Iron Scale Dragon. This dragon has survived the Cataclysm and will not fall easily to your sword. If you defeat the dragon, roll 1 die for it. If you roll 4, 5, or 6, the attack counts as a standoff. If you roll a 1, 2, or 3, you may take an armor from the purchase deck. We're suddenly probably not gonna win. Especially not with a 1. Yeah, best we could have hoped for her at that point was a standoff, and that's on a 6, so... Hidden power. While exploring the ruins of the past, you are suddenly overcome by a mysterious and powerful force. Gain 2 strength or 2 craft. Just no idea when in a lot of the cards from when we get the race for the crown, race of the crown ending again. Really? And now we've got some random ending, so must just be some especially bizarre odds. Because I mean, anything that's truly random can get the same result twice in a row. No, unless it specifically is set up to remove results that have already occurred. But since these results are independent of each other, then there is a chance. I kind of hope that it would have been one of the newer endings from Cataclysm or Realm of Souls. Right. So now we've got the village or the tavern. Either one basically has the same result of drawing a denizen, in this case a royal emissary. 1, regards attack you with a strength of 5. 2, she demands gifts, lose 1 gold or miss 1 turn. 3, you are beneath her notice. 4 to 5, he grants you an audience, gain 1 gold or 1 spell. 6, she invites you to join her court. Search the denizen deck for a denizen of your choice, add it to the space you can visit it. If you roll a die for this denizen, add 2 to your result. Right. Alright, about time we got a good result after those 2 1s in a row. So we get to look through really all the denizens. At the same time, it's kind of early to really do much strategizing. I mean, I guess we can just try and see if one of them is just a lot more powerful than the others. Apprentice healer. The healer botches the job, lose 1 life. The healer said, as her wounds are far beyond her powers. 3 to 5, heal 1 life. 6, while her back is turned, you may steal all her supplies. If you do, take a healer's kit from the purchase deck and discard this card. For visiting the apprentice healer, or you may pay 1 gold to visit her again. So neutral, so we're not the Inquisitor. If we pick take a tavern denizen, then they'll stick around. And I'm pretty sure. Unless something specifically says they'll be discarded. They bring you with them tidings of well, all characters lose on fate. They give you your bad travel advice. These move only one space is on your turn. They tell you a very tall tale about their travels. 4 to 5, they offer to sell you a map for 1 gold. 6, they decide to retire. And gives you their old gear. Take a haversack and a water bottle from the purchase deck. Don't have enough gold to pay the pay 2 gold people. Wagoner. You pay 1 gold to the Wagoner for a ride. If you do, roll 3 dice for movement on your next turn. You may end your movement at any time during this move. If you're using the Wagoner, move him to the city, tavern, in the village, graveyard, chapel, or castle. I'm not sure I'll hitch a ride with the Wagoner. You know, you can just stay here on the space. You know, depending on how high those 3 dice roll, could end up with a pretty good result. You know, just if you get enough 6s, you can just about go all the way around. And I mean that you can literally just stop at any space and use it in the current region. Really, there's a Wagoner. Now the Wagoner is over here, so technically it would be possible to stop sometime. Yep, it can literally just move anywhere in the outer region, or even into part of the middle region. Let's stop by here. There and see how we find your salvage. And for our denizen, village mystic. Gained 1 gold for the salvage, and came good. I think most of the new expansion's content it comes when a character dies. He's like there's this whole system of like becoming a ghost. He wasn't having a chance at coming back to life. But, you know, somebody would have to die before, or that's going to be gameplay. Like, this is an opportunity for everybody to purchase something. See, map, shovel, crystal scepter, whetstone. I mean, the only options I've got are haversack healer's kit. I'll go with the healer's kit. It's a useful item. I mean, I don't really need the ability to carry more items since Scavenger can already carry an infinite number. Okay, how do I stow an item? It's not really giving me any information on that. Let's just keep moving. That's the trigger we fought before. Let's just head to these fields over here. Count the space. Trash Town Thief. Serve your turn. Learn if the top card of the discard pile is an object, you may take it. If you do, ditch one of your objects. Sure, I'll take a follower that can get me even more objects. Granted, I do have to ditch objects in order to take whatever the top object in the discard pile is. But hey, it means I can take advantage of anything that causes somebody else's items to get destroyed. It's like it's useful if I have items that are some use just so that is just sort of fodder for the ability. Or if end up with say a helmet and then there's armor or on top of the discard pile. Okay, Wanderer is here. I'm gonna reroll that because I don't have gold to spend on it. On that. Oh, now I'm seeing the option to stash. And also, I can get a haversack. Because maybe the purchase deck has run out of them already. I mean, probably would have been mostly useful as fodder for that follower's ability. Alright, the AI is fighting itself. It's real. I don't know, are there multiple AI players, or are they all just controlled by the same one AI that just fights itself sometimes? Right. Also, looks like the top of the discard pile. Yeah, the top of the adventure discard pile is a bag of gold. But honestly, that's not all that useful to me right now. At least not more useful than the objects I've already got. Let's actually step over to these fields and get a ring. That boosts both of our stats by 1. Ooh, there's an astral rift. I believe that was present in the last session as well. Ooh, Psionic Blast, the classic. Then immediately uses a scroll mid-combat. So I can actually grab that scroll out of the discard pile now, as long as it stays near the top card of the discard pile. So I think I'll do that. Huh? What happened there? Or did it get sent to the bottom? I didn't go anywhere. Oh. I feel real smart. It's not there because it's not part of that deck. Also, I didn't even get any gold for that. It's fantastic. Ooh, Haunted Castle. Roll 2 dice, 2 to 3 evil spirits. Discard 1 object or follower along with this card. 4 to 5 nightmares, lose 1 turn. 6 to 8 armory, 8 take a weapon from the purchase deck. 9 training yard, gain 1 strength. 10 to 11 and treasury, gain 4 gold. 12 haunted crypts, gain 2 strength, gain 1 talisman, and discard this card. So let's see what we get. See, currently we're sitting at 9. If we reroll the 4, we have chance of the armory, as well as the well as the treasury. Because it would be somewhere from 6 to, I think it's to 11 total. So not sure, I'll reroll the 4. Got 7, which is the armory. Let's just take a great sword. Oh, and still gotta roll for the crags. But hey, it's a 5, never 6, so attack by these scavengers with a craft of 6. If you win, gain 1 strength. Right, so the only way we're winning that is with the 6. You know what, I'll try it. Nope. Hey, at least my healer's kit might come to the rescue. Nope. But at least I didn't discard it this time. Well, I mean, if I had, I would still be able to just get it back. Wait, no, I wouldn't, because it goes to the purchase deck discard pile. Because that's a separate thing. Apparently. Just something I'll have to remember. Or since I've got stuff that cares about which discard pile something is in. For about half dead, which, I mean, not great, but on the plus side, I might be experiencing the new content soon. Why is this guy, why did this guy decide to attack? He's clearly at a disadvantage. Unfortunately, sadly, he doesn't even have anything for me to take. Guess maybe he didn't want to encounter the crags. No, now the dwarf is attacking him. Oh, the priest is at 1. So the priest may start experiencing the new content before we do. Which, 4, so they're Aeon Demon. And I think I'll pass on that. And hit craft of 7. Or over here. Gotta encounter a ghost first, but if we kill it, then we can encounter a denizen. If we didn't kill it, it ended up being a standoff by sheer poor luck. Yeah, he's just battling it out. Now we're sort of wandering around doing our own thing. The priest better be real careful. Hey, hang over here. Well, fortunately for the priest, he can just get rid of any ghost of trouble him without even having to fight them. Unfortunately, he does not have the gold to get healed, and Apocalypse Storm. Remember, the apocalypse still threatens the world. Discard all face-up adventure cards, terrain cards, and denizens in each region with a character, not the inner region. Well, there goes basically everything. What does scavenge do again? You roll one to remove, you may scavenge of moving. If you choose to scavenge, take the top object of the adventure discard pile and end your turn. Okay. What even is the top object of the adventure discard pile? 2 bags of gold. I think I'll pass on that. Just step over to either of these spaces, because both basically do the same thing. Find another follower. So I don't have to roll in the crags or the forest anymore. Oh, looks like the priest might be about to die. Yep. Definitely. So the priest has gone on to the realm of souls. So now the priest is a ghost. Let's see what the ghost does. You have been killed and are now a ghost. Ditch all of your objects, flowers, and gold. They're not soulbound into the space where you were killed. Retain all of your character's strength, craft, life, and fate. You cannot be turned into a toad, and spells cannot affect you, except for the command spell. Whenever you defeat an enemy, you must discard it and heal 1 life, instead of taking it as a trophy. You must encounter any space that you land on and ignore all printed text instead. Treat it as if it said, draw 1 veil card, and even if there are veil cards on the space, even if there are any veil cards on the space, then encounter any veil cards on the space. If there is another ghost character on the space, you must encounter them instead by fighting them in psychic combat. Both characters must use their lives instead of craft in the psychic combat. The winner of the psychic combat must take a life from the other character and add it to their own. If you land on a space with a grave marker and have any lives you are resurrected, ditching any followers of those objects are not soulbound in the process. But you can Can you find followers and objects in the realm of souls? I guess it depends on what the veil cards are. Now we get to see the realm of souls, which is literally just an additional deck of cards, plus there's a neat filter on the board. Spectral Summer, and it casts on a space at the start of your turn. Move all ghost characters and face-up spirits on the board to that space. Wait, hold on. Hold on. The dwarf just sent the ghost to the Crown of Command. Well, I don't think that will be much use for the ghost. I don't know, can you... Because, like... I mean... Arguably... The ghost is now technically the first one to reach the Crown of Command already. But I guess you have to be moving as part of your turn for it to count. I feel like it might have been an oversight on the developer's part to even make it possible for someone to just straight up be sent to the Crown of Command and with a spell. Well, maybe it's because maybe ghosts are an exception, and like, oh now I'm being attacked. Attacked by the barbarian. I mean, we're also pretty close. Those in terms of stats, but not close enough. And now he took my ring. The Spectre Collector might. It's like, I mean, technically, wait, hold on, how did that work? What even just happened there? Because Streb skipped over the ghost's turn. Did sending the ghost of the priest to the Crown of Command just like lock? Okay. Like the priest in an eternal prison? Is that what's happening here? Oh right, I can't target. The barbarian with spells. I'm just gonna use this on the dwarf, I guess, and just see what happens. Like if it's possible for a character to just straight up get stuck, on the Crown of Command space by being sent there, that seems like kind of an oversight. Need on the part of the developers to make that a possibility of just being trapped in an eternal ghost prison. It's kind of like, and to add insult to injury, it's the Crown of Command space. So literally, the space that you tried to the entire game to get to, and now you're stuck there and can't win. Yeah, something. Something's wrong here, because the ghost shouldn't be just basically skipping its entire turn. But I mean, I guess that's how it works. Okay, some Marauders. When you draw the rest of Marauders, discard one face-up place in any region. Well, there's only one face-up place to discard. As soon as it'll let me. Show cards. Destroy that place. Counter. Great Sword. Okay, I sure hope that doesn't happen to me. Just, you know, dying and then getting locked in an eternal Crown of Command prison. Like if you do that with just the right timing under the right circumstances, you can potentially just basically lock everyone out of the game, other than yourself, or even including yourself, depending on if you can get that spell while being a ghost, somehow. So how did the ghost... What's the ghost gain for life? Oh, I think it's rebirth. Yeah, mystic light shines down from the heavens, restoring the world where it touches. Each character heals up to their life value and replenishes fate up to their fate value. So the ghost has 4 lives, but he's also stuck there. Like, because he has no means of getting back to the city, he can't come back to life. I can't believe this is the second time the AI has found some kind of exploit in a row. Because first, it just had to just found a way to do like infinite poltergeists by just bringing the thing back from the dead every time somebody got rid of it. And now it's managed to lock a player basically out of the game by placing them on the Crown of Command. Hey, at least nobody else is near death anymore. So that means nobody's all that vulnerable to another case of somebody getting locked in back to the Crown of Command prison. Hey, things will be moving a little bit faster now. Because there's basically one less AI turn. Unless somebody wants to move the ghost to the city. He with that same spell that put him on the Crown of Command. Just like... Jimmy, if the ghost had a way to come back, I think he'd just immediately win. If he could come back on that space. Unfortunately, he has to get back to his grave marker in order to come back. So, it's kind of out of the realm of possibility. Right. And I just clicked the wrong thing, because I meant to trade in my trophies he's in. And I have to wait till my next turn. It just seems like that probably wasn't the developer's intention for presumably what's sort of a corner case things like this to happen. Just like and like this is even a thing that I did. This is the AI figuring out that it can do this on its own. And also, everybody's missing a turn. Well, the Spectre Collector just got real lucky. How big is the Sentinel? Strength of craft of 8. So we've got effectively a 5. So you know what? Let's try it. No, let's see how we do. Poorly from the looks of it. Yeah, very poorly. Well, at least my hero skill roll wasn't a 1. So at least I still have it. I have to trade my trophies in. And actually get my 1 strength. Who spirited away? You become a ghost character for 3 turns. Before returning from the realm of souls. So characters apparently don't even have to die to become ghosts under certain circumstances. Just gotta hope nobody sends... Which actually... If you could if you could somehow manage to get to, if you could manage to get to that spell cast on you to take and have it take you to the Crown Command, then you could basically win right there. I think. Because, like, unlike under normal circumstances, is a character that becomes a ghost through that card is only a ghost who's temporarily. You know what, let's try to pass into the middle region again. Because, I mean, I've got one more strength now. Alright, as long as it doesn't give... And it's a standoff. I have no way to do anything about that. Guess we'll find out what veil cards there are. Or now that we've got a ghost that can actually move around. Sword of the Fallen. Magic object, weapon, add 1 to your craft during psychic combat, add 3 instead of 1 during psychic combat while you're a ghost. Nose character, add 1 to your craft during psychic combat for each other soulbound object that you have with the Fallen in the title. So is this a soulbound object? Because, I mean, it doesn't specifically say so, but... the Barbarian now has a Talisman. You know, somebody has actually made it a step towards the actual aim of the game. Right. I think I'll just head down to the village. Oh hey, the Holy Grail is here. Okay, let's see. Temple Priest, Fairy Caravan, and Occult Leader. I think we'll go for the Temple Priest. Let's see, 4. Yeah, I think I'll re-roll one of those 2s. It says replenish one fate, so it basically did nothing. What if somewhere in the Veil deck there's just like a card that resurrects all of the ghosts, regardless of whether they've reached their grave marker or not. Because then, like, a ghost could just cause the ghost that is currently trapped and the Crown Command to just abruptly win the game, potentially, depending on how it rules switching from being a ghost to being a living person again while on the Crown of Command. And with the race for the crown ending. I mean, hey, if that were to happen, it would make this session of Talisman real short. I'd probably switch names at that point, since I've only been live for about an hour. I mean, they probably don't have anything like that, but at the same time, you wouldn't think they'd program in a way to just sort of trap someone via the crown of command either. So, like, so one, he is death, lose one life, never kill one follower, then discard this card. 2, you help him bail out his boat, lose one turn. 3, have a nice chat about fishing. 4 to 5, you move to the village, tavern, or city as your next move. 6, you may move to the chapel, graveyard, or castle as your next move. And it's a 6. So we've got an easy way to get across the Storm River because you can just head right to the castle. No, which means we can start just sort of the grind to get good enough stats to enter the inner region and to find a talisman along the way. You know, honestly, I'm just glad that it wasn't me that got just like permanently imprisoned within the crown of command. And I completely forgot about the ferryman thing. You know what? This is going to be the one circumstance I allow myself to just reload the game, because I believe that means I can just... Yep, there we go. Travel here. Draw a denizen. Shopkeeper. Purchase any of the following objects for the listed cost. I don't have any money, so guess I'm talking to the boatman again. I'd rather not lose one life. I was kind of trying to avoid that. So instead we're going to have a nice chat about fishing. Well, looks like everybody's losing it. I haven't been using the trash can thief anyway. Oh, it's that Blight Hatewood rabble. Just gathers a bunch of 100 followers. Here's from non-players. Here's to bolster itself. Hey, we're now in the middle region. So you can start the sort of mid-game grind. Right. I was kind of hoping it would be near one so I could go to the Hidden Valley. Oh well, they're runes or Cursed Glade. Don't believe I'm using any. You cannot use objects, followers, or spells on the space. I think we'll go for the runes instead then. Enchanter and Market. An enchanter seeks an able adventurer to the first character landing here with the craft of 4 or more, or he will grant one of the following wishes of their choice. Gain 1 spell, gold, strength, craft, life, or fate, or teleport to any space in this region. You know what? I'm gonna teleport over to the Warlock's Cave so I can get myself a quest. Hunt them down. When you attack an enemy in battle or most like a combat, put 1 fate token on this card. You may complete this quest at the end of your turn if you have 2 or more fate tokens on it. Horrible monsters stalk the land. Seek them out and engage them bravely. Then I will give you what you long for. Well, hey, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I both get trophies and get a talisman. And once I kill 2 things. Just gotta hope that, you know, the AI doesn't find any more exploits to use. There's a mess of people, and if it does, it just targets other AIs instead of targeting me. I mean, hey, if now, you know, dying isn't as bad because you at least get a chance to come back, unless you know you get imprisoned and on the Crown of Command. I've got the Holy Grail, so I don't have to worry about losing life. So I'll just head over here. Yeah, encounter objects first. Event, lost knowledge. You discover an ancient library filled with the lore of lost ages. Roll and die. And gained 1 spell. Teleport. Cast on yourself instead of rolling the die for movement. And now, it looks like the barbarian's about to join us in the middle region. Yep. Best Sentinel could have done at that point was get a standoff. Soulstorm, the King of the Dead. Soulstorm. King of the Dead is testing the boundaries of his realm. Place the top 5 cards of the Veil deck on top of the Adventure deck. So now there's some Veil cards on top of the Adventure deck. And so hey, now we'll get to see a few more Veil cards Or since the one ghost we have is stuck. You know, had that not happened, then we might be seeing a bit more of the newly added expansion. Right. Alright, I'll just head over to the Oasis. Draw one life, then draw one card. Bright light! A light on the horizon is calling you. For 2 rounds, including this turn, all ghost characters may add one to their movement roll. The light jumps to the discard pile. Oh. It's completely useless unless somebody dies. Because the one ghost isn't getting to roll for movement. Trial. Choose another character on the board, not in the inner region. Move to that headspace and face him in psychic combat. If you defeat the character, you gain lives equal to their life total and they lose 1 life. If they become a ghost, this character, you may be resurrected. What is your beef with me, Barbarian? Like, why do you keep doing this? Why do you have such a problem with me that you're willing to attack me in combats that are not at all in your favor? Well, I guess, I mean, they got him right to the Oasis. And I have 1 spell left to cast this turn. And so the chilling winds. Characters in all regions may only move 1 space per turn. Ghost characters may move when it was normal or reduce their movement by 1. The winds and abate to the discard pile. Once again, the only character that gains any benefit from it can't even move. So the movement thing is just completely worthless. That is to the one character that actually stands to benefit. Right. There's a small chance I might be able to turn this into a win, and I succeeded in turning that into a win somehow. You know, only a 1 in 6 chance of getting the exact right roll. But hey, it's progress. Although now I'm being attacked again. Because the Barbarian still has beef with me for some reason. Maybe it's because he's evil. Well, and you know, I'm... like, basically everybody except me is evil. Well, at this point. Well, he won. Oh, it was just for my money? Is that what you wanted, Barbarian? Because you wanted 1 gold coin? One gold coin that I'm hardly even using for anything? Three... it's either runes... I believe there's... yeah, I get to draw another card here. What's not a dog? At the start of your turn of the top card of the adventure discard pile is an enemy, you may take it as a trophy. If you do, discard all your trophies. Sure, I'll take the exile follower. And I have nothing they can buy because this is of a complete lack of funds. Thanks, Barbarian. I mean, hey, that's I've hardly been using any gold. I mean, since we don't have the sea expansion in play, there's not terribly many options for her actually using gold. He's still following me. He is continuing to follow me. So this time he's not using a bow, but he still beat me. And my healer's kit once again did not help me. Just gotta hope that if he kills me, yeah, I don't get trapped for all eternity. He on the crown of command or something. Like the poor priest. like let's see. Let's see how many turns do the priest even get? Oh, it doesn't go back far enough, I don't think. Yeah, nope. Doesn't go back before the priest became a ghost, so let's visit the temple. See, 9. Let's gain 1 strength. Useful right about now. Except it brings me 1 step closer to making fights with the barbarian and into a roll-off. You know, I just need 1 more strength and anything will be even. Oh hey, the ghost has a quest now. When you encounter an event, put 1 fate token on this card. You may complete this quest at the end of your turn if you have 2 or more fate tokens on it. Unfortunately, the ghost can't encounter jack shit from there. Because again, he's just kinda stuck. Well, the barbarian seems to have momentarily left me alone. Maybe because now I'm a more difficult target. Not like I was that much of an easy target to begin with. But now I've almost got the same strength as he's got, so... And we both wield the same weapon, so... It would just be a roll-off. If I can get one more strength. Right, head down to the Hidden Valley. Orb of Knowledge, Broken Relic, and and cave. Right. Whenever you have to draw adventure cards, you may discard one card of your choice that you do not wish to encounter and draw one more card to replace it, which you must encounter. Definitely taking that, which I mean, Scavenger can carry any number of items, so Broken Relic, you sense a latent power within. When a character draws an object from the adventure deck, you may discard the relic to take that object. And cave. Found 3 gold. So now if I ever find my way back to the market again, I can buy something. Okay, it's entirely possible the barbarian was trying to get to me because, like, initially it was just barely going over, but either way, he did not roll the right number to be able to reach my space. He used his time. Ooh. Spectre, that's just barely a standoff. Just like all the priest has managed to do pretty much since he died was just make it to where now every turn you momentarily see a neat visual effect. I think I'll head over here since there's a remnant. Head over here. Dark Baptism. Reveal the top card of the Veil deck if it is not an enemy. Encounter it as normal. Otherwise, it becomes your familiar. You may take it as a follower. As long as you have this follower, you may replace an adventure card from or drawn with a card from the Veil deck. Wait, encounter it as normal, otherwise it becomes your familiar and you must take it as a follower. Okay, so it's... Hope it's an enemy, so... I have just completed my mission. And regardless of what happens, oh, looks like you don't even encounter the enemy that was drawn. Hey, now I've got a talisman. In fact, I'm gonna stash it. Specifically so that nobody can take it. Like, sure, that leaves my healer's kit vulnerable, but it protects, you know, a very important item. From the likes of, for instance, the barbarian, who just got a gun. Really the only other good character in the game right now was dead, and his soul is just permanently trapped. Gonna step over here again. Scavenging, discard the top 5 cards of any adventure deck, then take the top object from the discard pile of that deck. And Demon. I'm going to Orb of Knowledge the demon away. Instead encounter Foggy Nights. Night lingers on and fog hangs thick across the hills. For 2 new rounds after drawing adventure cards, the character must draw 1 Veil card and add it to the space. Then after a strong rain, the fog dissipates into the discard pile. Oh wait, hold on. I thought that if it isn't an enemy, so well, I need to reread it. Need to reread Dark Baptism. If it's not an enemy encounter, isn't. Oh, I get it now. You encounter it as normal if it's not an enemy. Otherwise, it becomes a follower. Right, scavenging. Got 2 more gold. And now there's going to be some Veil cards. Or it's happening for a while. Many-Faced Shade. Many-Faced Shade adds 1 to its attack roll for each other card on the space. Well, it's dead, so... No, kind of irrelevant. Hey, the barbarian has found somebody else to assault. It looks like he's gained some strength as well. No, actually, it looks like he's lost strength. Not sure what happened there. Yet more extremely weak enemies. These are just getting destroyed. Well, Poltergeist is back. Let's just hope that it doesn't start getting exploited. It's just an infinite way to hamper your opponent. Let's see. Giant flies with 2. I think I'll actually Orb of Knowledge the goblin. You know, I'll replace out the Veil card instead. Cursed. Fortune's favor no longer smiles upon the dead. You must take the collar. You may not gain or spend fate until you visit the chapel or temple and discard this object. And also Screaming Skull. Add one to your craft in psychic combat. Well, guess I better make my way down to the temple. The barbarian seems to have just completely barbarians just completely left the inner region, the middle region, and to go do other things. Which, hey, that leaves me to just wander into the middle region by myself. Without his interference. Okay, now that there's going to be a multitude of... Oh, now there's going to be another character in the middle region. Oh yeah, now the Cataclysm added a feature of various talismans with different effects. Sadly, I just got a basic talisman. Like, no special effect on it at all. Let's see. Yeah, maybe one of the cards they're going to be floating around now that and since, you know, I can replace any card I want with a Veil card. Or maybe one of those will move the ghosts around or something and free the priest from his eternal prison. Have these Russell Marauders just been surviving this entire time? Ooh, a wand. Leave. Can I have Broken Relic like that? Or was it not from the adventure deck? I mean, if I really want it, I can just take it. Because Spectre Collector's probably not going to be able to do much. If I attack him. But first, if you are evil, you do not lose life in the chapel. If you are good, you do not lose a life in the graveyard. I'll take that. But also, there's actually not really anything that I would want to buy here. Well, I guess I could buy a shield to add an extra layer of protection. Like most other things, I had something, got something with a similar effect, only better. Blizzard should help me get to where I need to be. So I can get rid of this cursed object. Right. Desert. Drop 2 cards. Replace the amulet with something else via Orb of Knowledge. Havenville Recruiter. All are welcome in Havenville. At the start of your turn, if the top card of the adventure discard pile is a follower, you may take it. If you do, give one of your followers to another character. This is where the Poltergeist exploit comes from. So I will absolutely take it. So let's see. Top card of the adventure discard pile is currently a bag of gold. But, you know, if there's ever a cursed follower, which actually, there's a cursed follower right over here, then in some ways it's even worse. Because the Deathstalker can literally kill you. Like, that's literally what it does. You know, if you're defeated in battle or take a combat and lose a life, you're killed. You may discard the Deathstalker if you defeat a creature or character in battle or take a combat. The Spectre Collector has decided to approach me for some reason. Despite, you know, it basically being impossible for him to win. But yeah, sure, I'll take that wand off your hands. Wait, what? Miser's Grasp. Cast on another character when they attempt to take an object. Wow. Hold on. Miser's Grasp. That's not at all what I clicked on. Cast on another character that when they attempt to take an object to make a follower from you. Cancel that effect and take one object or follower from that character. Wow. That's a pretty good effect. You know, you can just turn things around on people. Maybe it was doing that on maybe the AI was doing that on purpose. It's just like a strategic decision. Because, like, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be able to discard that there regardless, so hey, I'm free of the cursed object. So now until I can track down the Spectre Collector again. And I may have lost my Orb of Knowledge. Well, everybody but basically that just means I miss a turn. So it's all So there's all like non-evil characters. There's miss a turn. Oh wow, the dwarf has two poltergeists now. Which, hey, if I if one of them dies, I can do the poltergeist Havenville recruiter exploit. Well, the barbarian's got himself a new bow or something. The latter, he's just got the gold to use it. No, why didn't... Oh, wait. Because it was just a barbarian's turn. Never mind. I just got super confused for a moment. Oh, now the Spectre Collector is being attacked by the dwarf. He does have the advantage. And the dwarf just won. So now the dwarf has a Talisman of Wisdom. You know, honestly, I don't need that Orb of Wisdom back badly enough. I have to go all the way out into the outer region. Right. Once again, not a lot to really buy from here. Potion of Strength. When you drink this potion, will increase your strength by 2 until the end of the turn. See, cave. Attacked by goblin with 2 strength. That was just literally an auto kill at this point. Hey, I can bump my strength up to 8 for a turn. Which could be useful for a particularly tough fight. Since then I can get my strength up to 10 total. Well, the warrior is now in the middle region. Let's see. In 2 to the resolve, you have an incomplete warlock quest. You roll 2 dice, so I'd say if I can, my odds aren't terrible if I drink the potion, and then before trying to open the door, because it can be at most 4 higher, and that's if it's 2 6s. Oh hey, the barbarian landed on the same space as me and didn't attack me. What a surprise. Admittedly, also gotta be able to make it through, past one of the, gotta also be able to make it past either the mines or the crit. And I don't think I can really do that with at most a 6 eggs total. Like I think I need to I think if I'm going to attempt it with if I'm going to attempt the door with an 8, I'd probably want to attempt to. Okay, when the lich is drawn, it corrupts a tapestry of magic. Each character must discard all their spells. If the character discards one spell, they lose 1 life. If the character discards 2 spells. Oh, okay. This is my hero's kit. Rolling, and it actually saved me for once. It actually managed to save me for once. Although now I no longer have teleport. Let's see. Okay. Stepping over here. Gaining 1 strength. Like I'd want to get at least up to like a 12. Before I don't know if I made 1 step before attempting to make it through the middle region. Well, the inner region, I mean. Ooh, the dwarf just managed to teleport to any space in the same region. Which is good for him because he's got 2 poltergeists hampering his movement. Right. The woods or desert. I'll head to the desert since I don't have to worry about losing life. And so I just get to draw 2 cards instead. Got Phantom. A phantom will haunt this space until it is granted the first evil character to visit and one of the following wishes of their choice, whereupon it will vanish. You know, I think I'm just gonna replace that with a Veil card. Trash Town, and you draw this card, place a Settlement Terrain card on your space, then place all objects in the Adventure discard pile on this card. When a character visits Trash Town, they may take 1 object on this card. Once all objects have been taken, Trash Town then crumbles away to the discard pile. Right, Twisted Leech. Leech adds 1 to its attack roll for each life you have less than your life value. Subtracts 1 from this attack roll for each life you have greater than your life value. It's an auto kill regardless. So, time to encounter Trash Town. So you've got Bag of Gold, Amulet, Talisman, Raft, 2 bags of gold, Bag of Gold, Helmet, 2 bags of gold, salvage, bag of gold, and salvage. There just hasn't been anything interesting discarded. Like, I mean, I've already got a talisman. And it's not one of the specialized ones either, so I think I'll just pass on taking something from Trash Town right now. In fact, it doesn't even gain anything new any later point in the game, so I might as well just not worry about Trash Town anymore. So that's no longer a desert space either, so it no longer gets 2 cards drawn. Unless it's... Although settlements have denizens in them, so there is some use to visiting Trash Town still. Because it's another spot to meet some denizens. Right. Either ruins or woods. I'm gonna head to the ruins. Ruins, since that means drawing 2 cards. The junk golem strength is equal to the number of objects held by all characters. When you defeat the golem, take 1 object of your choice from another character instead of taking the golem as a trophy. See... Need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm gonna replace it with a Veil card. So, Blackwater Diver, when you cross the Storm River, you roll 1 die. On 1, discard another Blackwater Diver. Or on a 5 or 6, you may take the top object in the adventure discard pile. And Talisman of the Fallen. Regular Talisman ability, add 1 strength into your strength and 1 to your craft for each other soulbound object you have with the Fallen in the title. I don't really care about the diver. And I'm gonna stash this Talisman of the Fallen instead. Let's see each other object. So it's just a regular talisman until I can get another item of the Fallen. Or I think maybe, no, I think when it's indicating that I have a card to use, it's just talking about my potion of strength. Definitely got more incentive to draw more Veil cards now that I've got part of the Fallen set. Since apparently that's a mechanic. Let's see. You know, I'm gonna replace a bag of gold with a Veil card. Soul Sucker. If you're defeated by the Soul Sucker, in addition to losing 1 life, you lose 1 craft. If you defeat the Soul Sucker, gain 1 craft in addition to your normal reward. Alright. I'll fight and hate it. And that was almost that almost could have been a poor choice. Alright, my craft is all the way up to 7. And because I just gained 2 craft in 1 turn. Alright, that source of strength has run out. Oh, and hey, everybody that's not in the middle region basically lost a turn, which means everybody except for me and the warrior. Just gonna head further into the desert. Okay. Blightwood Slaver. When drawn, place a slaver on the forest, then place either one of your followers or one face-up stranger on in any region on the forest. You know what? Move stranger. I'll just move the junk dealer. They're over there. Then auto kill this bear. Trade trophies. Got 7 strength in these trophies. So my strength is up to 8 now. Things are going well for once. Oh, now the Queen of Ashes has arrived. And it's causing everybody to put a thing onto the Oasis space. Let's see. The Queen of Ashes, when drawn, place the Queen of Ashes on the Oasis, and each character must place one of their objects on the Oasis. The Queen adds 1 to her attack score for each object on her space. If you are defeated by the Queen of Ashes, you must ditch an object. But here's the thing. If I go over there, I get to encounter all the objects before I encounter the Queen. So she'll just be a regular 5 strength enemy for me if I wind up over there. And it's gonna be pretty easy for me to defeat with my effectively 10 strength in combat. Cataclysm Blade. I think it might be a spell, perhaps. Use object Cataclysm Blade. Legend holds that this was one of the weapons that brought about the end of the world. Before rolling, you ditch the Cataclysm Blade to add 5 to your attack roll and battle or sake of combat. Oh, he ditched it. That's why it's not showing up as a card that he has. Right, I'm just gonna step over here, draw an adventure card, Undying Horde. When the Undying Horde is drawn, each character must place all of their strength trophies on this space. I think I'll pass on that. Chains of Greed. Need a cursed object. Your past greed weighs heavily on your soul. You may not gain any gold until you visit a chapel or temple and discard this object. I mean, I've hardly been using gold for anything, so... doesn't really affect me much. It is for me to just not be able to gain gold. the AI players are just continuing to battle it out in the outer region, while me and the warrior just sort of wander around the middle. Soulstorm, which means that I, unless I'm missing something mechanically, there's now, I can now replace Veil cards with other Veil cards. Nope, I am missing something mechanically. It has to be cards from the adventure deck, I think. And technically these came from the adventure deck, but they're not adventure cards, so they don't count. And for the purposes of my special ability that I've gotten from my familiar. So, Restless Dead, take all trophies from all characters and shuffle them, starting with third space and continuing clockwise. Place one enemy face up in each space until all the cards have been placed, then discard this card. So now the middle region's just full of enemies, including the Soul Sucker coming back. Well, that's the first time I've lost to Oz in quite a while. And unfortunately, that also caused me to lose some craft as well. Hey, at least there's plenty of native monsters to kill now. Because pretty much every space in this region has something on it to encounter. Or because there's quite a few there are quite a few trophies to distribute and not a lot of room for them. I don't know if I can replace them with Veil cards. I probably can't, since I mean they aren't being drawn. They're just already there. Right. Let's see the options of mini-faced shade, or shadow and Blackwater Diver. I'll just head over here there and visit the temple, draw a spell, get Nullify, get rid of Chains of Greed. Oh, and didn't even encounter the many-faced shade for some reason. I guess maybe because it's not a space where you normally draw cards? Or I don't know. I mean, you would think you would encounter things regardless of what space they're on, if they're just on a space. But, you know, could just be a specific edge case, because normally there wouldn't be enemies on the temple. All because you don't draw any cards there. Still not gaining as large getting good enough rolls with my healer's toolkit. Choose a card to give away. Sure, I'll give away the rot scent. No dog. Right. Giving up 1 gold. Well, right. So you've got Order of Josephine. They are a long-lost saint and have embraced a mission of restoration. You may heal up to 2 life. If you do, another character of your choice gains 1 life. Alright, I'll head over there. Just gotta auto-kill a wolf first. You know, I'm on the brink of death. You know what? I'll just give the ghost 1 life. You know, the ghost could use as many handouts as he can get to kind of lessen the blow of having been sort of unceremoniously locked out of the game via being trapped on being placed directly on the crown of command. You know, under normal circumstances, getting to be on the crown of command in that early would be great, especially since you're using the use of the crown ending. And so, like, if not for, presumably, if not for the whole being a ghost thing, and then the ghost might have been able to just win outright. Maybe a while back. Just like, for whatever reason, he's just kind of stuck there. Right. Let's see. You know what? I'll give attacking the barbarian a try. You know, give him a taste of his own medicine. In fact, I'll even chug my potion of strength. Which I'm definitely gonna need that extra strength. Alright, I won. But I'm just gonna take his belt. So that takes his strength down by 1 and bumps mine up by 1. pretty soon I might be able to start heading into the it. And what's it's a thing where you wager gold. The auctioneer. Each character where secretly spends an amount of gold then reveals the number of spent gold. All characters who spent the most gold may take one object of their choice from the purchase deck. No character who spent any gold, you may take one card of your choice from the purchase deck that you can discard another card. This card. Let's see. Purchase deck. Is there anything I would even want? Because I'm pretty sure I can outspend just about anyone. A map or a shovel could be good. As could a bow. Personal journal. Let's see. Like, I can outspend just about everyone. So I'm just gonna wager all my gold. And boom! So let's see. Dang, it's not letting me. Alright, I'm gonna look it up real quick because I can't remember which is the strength-based one. I think it's the mines that's strength-based. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna just double check the Talisman wiki. Let's see. Apparently, the Crypt is the strength-based version. Yep. That is confirmed to be the case. If I can, I might try and head into the middle region if I get like one more or point of strength. Thanks, because 10 is probably win at least 10 if you're going to roll 3 dice. Which 3 dice normally can be up to an 18. So it can be up to a 14 basically with the shovel. Let's see what's over here. A lion. You don't have many choices. You know, either the lion and the market or the temple. So I think I'll head over to the and just kill the lion real quick. Auto kill. Again, don't really have much use for any of these items, even if I had the money for one of them. But unfortunately, I'm still 1 point of strength trophies shy of getting the 10th point of strength. Let's see. I mean, out of the potential outcomes, I feel like there are very few that are above a 10. And for basically 3d6 minus 2, because it's somewhere between a 1 and a 14. Because 1 would be all 1s and then the minus 2. You know, on top of that, you know, if I could find, oh, this isn't good. Kinda wish I hadn't replaced that gold with a Veil card, or now. But hey, that just means, I mean, as long as I don't encounter this too many times, I should be alright. I mean, maybe I should head to the Oasis and retrieve my cross. So then I can just bust them all simultaneously. Sure, I won't get the tons and tons of craft that you could get from all those trophies, but you know, I don't think much of anyone's going to. You know, with that many ghosts on one space. And sadly, the one ghost that could use it was a means of moving to a new space the most, those didn't get counted in that. Right, just gonna roll. Let's see. Not sure, I'll go fight this dragon. I've got a decent chance of beating it with my 11 strength. Just barely defeated it. So now, that's enough strength trophies. He's to get me a 10th point of strength. So now I think next turn I'll probably head into the middle region. Since now it can be at most the crypt can be at most 4 points above my strength, as long as I've got my trusty shovel and all of my other gear. Which that would mean going back to the Warlock's cave. But hey, that's still pretty close by. to where I need to be. Just gotta hope that if I somehow die, I don't become trapped like the like the ghost of the priest, because that would suck. You know, to have come all this way just to die and then get trapped for eternity in the inner region. Let's see. Unfortunately, it's not letting me pay the toll, roll and die, and lose life equal to the result. You may discard any number of followers to avoid this loss of life. Each follower you discard prevents the loss of one life. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Four. I've got 4 followers with me. Then I've got to fight the mutant. Roll 3 dice for the mutant's strength and fight in battle. If you lose 1 life, and you fight the mutant again on your next turn, you cannot move until you've defeated the mutant. You know, I'm willing to try it. So let's head on in. Use strength. Step on in here. Treasure chest. Roll and die to open the chest. As 1 to 2 trap, lose 1 life. 3 to 4 treasure, gain 2 gold. 5 to 6 ancient relic, either take the top card object of the discard pile or gain 1 talisman. And I don't think I'm gonna do anything with that right now. Jocelyn, maybe I should step back over to the oasis. And heal up before I venture farther, but here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I can only move 1 space, and so I'm kind of stuck. Like I don't really have a real choice other than to press on. Although, depending on what roll I get on the crypt, I could just get launched right back out. Although, I mean, getting launched back to the portal of power would also be pretty bad. Like, I would pretty much want it to be either Crypt, Plane of Peril, or Warlock's Cave right now. Unless something happens that just, like, annihilates all of those ghosts. Because especially if I lose life somehow. Yeah, I pretty much have no real choice other than to press on. Oh, that is very good right now. Thank you, Hermit. Thank you very much. Talisman of Protection. You may only enter the Valley of Fire if you have one of the fabled talismans. You cannot lose more than 1 life per turn while in the inner region. So let's see, that's... Alright. So basically, you know... Now the big thing is defeating the mutant, because there's no way the Lich can hurt me that much, because I've got 2 new life. So the Lich cannot kill me, but the mutant can, especially if the Lich gets any damage through to me. Yeah, I'm gonna be discarding quite a few followers. Hers potentially. Because I'm gonna want to try and not take damage. Because that way, I have an extra chance at fighting the mutant. But at least there's not the vague possibility that I could just die instantly from the Lich. Because without this Talisman of Protection, if I roll a 4, if I roll a 6 on the Lich, then no matter how many followers I discard, I'm gonna die. I am pretty sure. Or did somebody else also just give the ghost some life? Alright, so now, you pay the toll, roll and die and lose life equal to the result. You may discard any number of followers to avoid this loss of life. Each follower you discard prevents the loss of 1 life. Which actually... Okay, so... Only 1... So you know what, I can just... ditch the guide... And there we go. That's that resolved. Now I've just gotta hope I get some low rolls on the mutant's strength, since it can be up to an 18, and that's an auto loss. If that happens. Because I can only get up to a 16 in total. Wait, actually no. I would have a small chance of a standoff. Because I do have a greatsword. And so... if I got a 6 and it's basically I rolled 4 6s in the same turn, which is pretty unlikely, but not out of the realm of possibility, then I would gain, then it would be a standoff. But then I would have to keep, the only way I would survive would be to keep rolling 6s unless it like changes this at some point. So let's see how big this thing is. Oh, and I've got a shield and... Okay, so it's basically a roll-off. So hopefully it doesn't get a 4 higher, and it got a 4 exactly. So I'm going to be spending another turn right here. Like at least I've got 2 distinct chances to not have to deal with the loss of life from that, because My shield gives me a 5. Can heal me on a 5. It can protect me on a 5 or 6. And my healer's kit can protect me on a 6. Oh, and there's 2 ghosts now because this dwarf just died. So now somebody's going to be drawing some Veil cards. Like the Never-Ending Mist. While you're a ghost character, you may evade any enemies you encounter. That's pretty good. To be selective. Oh, okay. You randomize immune strength each time. So then I wouldn't have to keep rolling 6s in the hypothetical. I end up rolling all 6s. This is for an entire turn scenario. So now I've pretty much won. Because I've just got 2 steps to go. Like at most, it could maybe try and make me fight a ghost who's just been sitting there this entire time, trapped. Probably bored out of his ectoplasmic skull. Because because like just every turn, every round, this turn just gets skipped right over because he can't move. It has the fact that he can't leave has nothing to do with him being a ghost either. I think at most maybe the fact that he didn't just automatically win has something to do with him being a ghost. Because he can't leave because he doesn't have a talisman, so he can't enter the... At least, maybe? Because like I guess the only space you can enter from the Crown of Command is this space right here? Either that or I'm just missing some text on the Crown of Command space itself that makes it to where they're like, hey, oh, once you're here you can't leave. But hey, I've just about won. Like literally 1 turn remains basically. Ooh, Mistwalker. Let's see. Unrevealed, place a fate token on this card as a phase marker. Or if the phase marker is this dark side up, this card is an adventure card. Otherwise, it is treated as a veil card. The Mistwalker will grant a character one of the following wishes, as of their no choice, whereupon they will phase between realms. Flip the phase marker, gain 1 strength, craft life, A for fate, or teleport to any space in this region. I mean, that could be pretty good for a ghost if you have the 1 life needed to bring yourself back. Right, stepping over here. The ghost is just there. But because I guess, you know, it's not in the realm of souls, it doesn't get to interact with the Crown of Command, so Now, it just it was just stuck there. So let's see how long have I been live for. 2 hours and 40 minutes, that's good. That's good enough. Not for one stream. So it's gonna do it for me tonight. Thank you all for watching. Next stream on Wednesday with, I'm not entirely sure yet, maybe Mythgard, but then again, that's also what we're starting with for Viewer's Choice on Friday. So like, if I really want to stream Mythgard, I can just wait until Friday. But next time I stream Talisman, I'll be adding in the next digital exclusive expansion. Let me see if anyone else is live in the Talisman category, or if any of my followers are live. Let's see. Okay, I'm the only person live in the Talisman category, so I'm not hosting anybody from there. Alright, so let me just check if any of my followers are live. Otherwise, there's an auto host, so I'll take it from here. It doesn't seem like it. And so, our host it is. Once again, thank you all for watching. Next stream on Wednesday. Next Talisman stream probably next week. And I haven't quite decided what I'm gonna stream Wednesday just yet. So I've got a few ideas, but none that I've specifically settled on just yet.